I won't beat around the bush. This is a really weird movie enjoyed by really weird people. Yeah, hi, that's me. I'm that weirdo. I can't get this movie out of my head, no matter how hard I try. I'll never forget how it enamored me when I first saw it. I never really left this trance since. It's a movie that always works its way back into my thoughts and gets me thinking. That being said, I do watch this movie a lot. In my defense, it's only 60 minutes. This movie always seems to give people a strong reaction when I show it to them, which is either disgust, confusion, or sometimes even intrigue, or maybe even all three occasionally. This is a movie that I'd argue is actually very straightforward in its messaging, however. It's also not holding your hand and expects you to watch it the entire 60 minutes. That means no checking your phone during the slow parts, you animal.
So, what the hell is this movie even about? I haven't really sought out other perspectives. I've heard some takes ranging from AIDS to capitalism. Yeah, that doesn't really track. I'm sure those all have some merit to them. I just don't really see that at all. To me, Tetsuo and the Iron Man is clearly a love story. Tetsuo is a man who is guilty. He did a bad thing. He ran over a guy and fucked his girlfriend in front of the poor guy. Yes, this is a strange movie. I think this sort of symbolizes the death of his perceived innocence from society at large. As he becomes more and more of a freak, or metal, he gets calls from people basically saying, I know what you are, and his girlfriend is constantly consulting him, saying that she can handle him. That is until she can't. His love is too strong, in a manner of speaking, and it kills her, drives her away with his drill penis. Yeah. He is now a freak, completely rejected by society, destined to be alone. That is until we meet the metal fetishist, played by the madman who made this regular sized kaiju feature, the craziest and coolest character in the movie. I think the scenes of his memory when he's being beat by an old man was probably a family member who abused him physically and possibly sexually. The stick is fairly phallic, and this movie is anything but subtle. They meet for a date, and he even brings flowers. This enrages Tetsuo at first, and he's confused and not ready to become one who hurt from his past. But the metal fetishist and Tetsuo work out their differences and merge, realizing that they do in fact love each other, and that they can take revenge on this broken world. Two broken people hurt by the world and how it didn't accept them. Two alienated men hated for what they can't control or what others did to them. Finally, able to find some solace in each other and take revenge out on the cruel world that wished to suppress them. In a weird way, their love can conquer all. While watching this movie, you might think I'm crazy or just an absolute buffoon, which is fair enough. Just keep in mind, I've seen this movie a whole lot. While, yes, it's weird and sort of gross at times, feels like nothing is making sense. If you take a step back and think about the events as they happened, it really starts to make more sense. It's a rather simple story, told in a batshit wacky way, that makes it an unforgettable experience. These are generally my favorite types of art. I just can't help but appreciate something simple done in a unique way. It might be a hard pill to swallow, but I don't really know what else it could be about. And this just makes so much sense to me. I haven't seen a movie like this no matter how hard I try. Nothing catches that raw energy and knows how to keep it simple but also make it the weirdest thing you've ever seen. The film is also great to look at. There's a loving coat of black and white all over it, which, sure, was probably done for budgetary reasons, but I couldn't imagine this movie any other way. If you showed me a color version, I'd beat you to death. The claymation is also really cool and out there. There's all sorts of tokusatsu effects and explosions in this, regular-sized kaiju indeed. The makeup and costumes also make for unforgettable looks and facial expressions. The editing is also erratic and wild. It makes a short film feel even shorter and leads to some amazing sequences. The scene where the metal fetishist is on his way to meet Tetsuo with a bouquet of flowers, the way it just cuts like that, I can only dream of doing something half as cool or interesting. There's a lot of small moments that stick with me, like when the girlfriend eats grinding her teeth on a metal pipe. Ugh. This is probably helped by the sound in this movie, which is really out there. It's very loud and industrial, but it can also be quiet and creepy. It sort of reminds me of David Lynch, specifically Eraserhead, and how he controls sounds like metal, electricity, and wind. The score is also just as good, always matching the vibe of everything else, but sometimes really stealing the moment. Quite love the love theme that plays towards the end when they finally merge. It's so out there and unlike anything else on the score, it really makes the scene pop out in my mind every time I hear it, which is what all film scores ought to strive for. This could be my favorite movie. I'm not sure. That seems to change every few hours. I can say that this is one of the best movies ever, though. I don't think a lot of people get this and just see the cool effects and lightning fast editing and just think it's sort of like an elongated musical or something. It's unfortunate, but I can't say that I don't see where they're coming from. It's a weird flick and one that I definitely did not get the first 7 times I watched it. So why did I expect anyone to after just the one?
Hey guys, hope you liked the video. This is just something I've always wanted to do, always wanted to get around to doing, and just said fuck it and finally put my money where my mouth is. So like, subscribe to all that shit if you actually like the video. If not, that's fine. Also, I want to thank my editor, Borrow. Did a really good job on this. He's great. Show him some love. Yeah, hope you guys like the video. See ya.